Hey everybody, Michael Snyder here, Pacific Northwest Weather Watch. Today is June 22nd. Taking a look at the visible satellite imagery here, you can see this low pressure system moving through British Columbia today, bringing onshore flow to much of the Pacific Northwest. You can really see those clouds banking up against the coastline into western Washington against the Cascades. This low pressure is going to kick out Friday morning, and we're going to build a ridge over the Pacific Northwest all the way up the coast of British Columbia here, and we're going to get a thermal trough along the coast of the west coast of North America as well. It's really going to warm us up here Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And then eventually this system out here over the Pacific, slow moving low pressure system here, almost cut off, is going to be the eventual demise of our hot weather here across Pacific Northwest. It's going to bring a marine push and possibly some convection with it too. Sometimes these features bring some convection, especially for the higher terrain. And we'll take a look at that here in the extended forecast and see which day is going to be our hottest. You can see monsoon moisture has returned to Southern California. Check out all the lightning strikes going on down there right now. So heads up if you're traveling down there. You can see ex-tropical system Bloss down here, and the new system developing, Celia, should be a hurricane by tomorrow night or Friday morning. Now, checking out National Weather Service Los Angeles, dangerous lightning, potential for some new fire starts, potential for some gusty winds going on in through the day today. So heads up if you're traveling down there. You can see there are some heat advisories for portions of the southeast, mainly the California Northern Valley, mainly, and you can see our special weather statement for the Pacific Northwest here for our heat wave coming up. And this is highlighted here, National Weather Service Seattle calling for moderate risk of some high heat levels going on across Puget Sound. This includes down into the Willamette Valley, of course, as well. And they highlight this cold water safety here too. Temperatures of the rivers are really 40 to 50, very cold. So people like to just jump right in the boats and into the inner tubes there and jump in the water, and it can be quite the shock to your system. It causes drownings every year, so heads up and be aware of that. So checking out Seattle, look at, we set the sun at 9:11 today. We do lose 4 seconds today, but we're going to set the sun at about 9:11 p.m. all the way till the 30th, and we're losing a little bit of sunlight each day now. But you can see we're still getting almost 16 hours of daylight this time of year. And you can see the civil twilight doesn't end until 9:51. The astronomical twilight does not end until 12:19 a.m. So just over 3 hours of complete darkness this time of year. So if you get up really early, you might notice some of this sunlight peeking up over the horizon there. The nautical twilight here starts at 3:34. So pretty early here. Not much darkness for the region. And this is for day one. You can see that marginal risk for some severe weather, mainly wind gusts, but the dangerous lightning is probably the biggest hazard with those thunderstorms there through Southern California. And checking out for tomorrow, there's a tornado risk across portions of Nebraska and Kansas as we go through the day tomorrow. Day three, that'll push off up through the Dakotas and Minnesota. So SeaTac yesterday got to 76 degrees, 4 degrees above average yesterday. We're going to go back below average though these next couple of days before we get towards average on Friday, and then we really start to warm up Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. We'll check out those temperatures here in a moment. I wanted to show you guys this. Look at the NAM3 cam for Seattle today. Doesn't even get us out of the upper 50s. Very chilly, but it does bring a nice day to Willamette Valley. Look at that, up into the 70s, upper 70s even, and another really warm day down there for Brookings, Oregon. Eastern Washington, Eastern Oregon warming up nicely, but still got the onshore flow going on. We're going to warm up pretty well here coming into this weekend as we turn these winds back to offshore. But first we have to go through Wednesday and Thursday, pretty chilly days. As you can see, Seattle only getting up towards the mid 60s. Willamette Valley, though, does get into the low to mid 70s. As we go through Friday, you'll notice we start to warm that up a bit here, though. We're probably going to bring the Puget Sound back up to the mid-70s. And look at the Oregon really starts warming up. The Willamette Valley and the coastal ranges really start warming up as we kick this flow offshore during the day Friday. Now looking at this is the European 500 millibar heights. You see the trough moving through now. Then we build this big ridge, and this is going to be the cause of our heat wave here coming up through Sunday and Monday before this low pressure, this upper level low, tries to kick a marine push through Monday afternoon on into Tuesday. Then you can see this trough really settle over the area here on the European. So that's going to cool us down quite a bit if the European is right through later on next week. So this could be just that heat wave and then back into below average temperatures for a bit here for the Pacific Northwest. We'll keep an eye on that day by day here. This is the GFS. It's been showing the thermal trough development pretty well here as we go on into Sunday. Probably the peak of the thermal trough here along the coastline starts to slide a little bit inland here as we go through the day Monday, but it still should be right over western portions, probably bringing another very warm day to the Willamette Valley and the Puget Sound up through southern British Columbia on the day Monday before we really start to cool back it down again on the day Tuesday as we bring some marine air into the region here. Now this is 2-meter temperature anomaly. I just wanted to show you guys this as we go through the day Saturday. Look at this Saturday, very warm right along the immediate coastline, sign of a thermal trough there. If we go through the day Sunday, look at this, very warm as well. Go through the day Monday for one more really warm day. So you can see how that heat just extends all the way up into southeast Alaska, even southern Alaska there. Now, checking out the GFS temperatures here, I just wanted to show you guys this on Sunday. Look at, we're getting up towards potentially over 90 degrees here for Portland, maybe even close to 90 for Seattle on Sunday. Then another really warm day. I mean, the GFS showing 97 here is probably not going to happen for Seattle, but I believe that low 90s are possible for portions of the Puget Sound, especially away from the water on the day Monday. And you can see the Willamette Valley nice and warm as well as the southwest portion of the USA, the deserts, and the California valleys just bake in those high temperatures there. This is the European, the 06Z run. Strong onshore flow as the trough moves by today and tomorrow, but you can see Friday, look at this flow turn offshore. This is at 5,000 feet. You can see these strong offshore winds really going by Saturday morning through the Gorge, Stampede Gap, Fraser River Valley here. And as we get in towards Sunday, we're going to continue this offshore flow as the thermal trough really starts to target western Washington into southern BC. Now, this is 925 millibars, 2,500 feet, sorry. You can see the chilly air aloft being brought with this trough, but then as we turn it offshore, we really rapidly warm up as we get into Friday afternoon and Saturday. As you can see, just the switch has been flipped to this heat wave as we go on in through Sunday. Again, these temperatures are aloft, and you can see how this tongue extends all the way up past Vancouver Island as we go on in through Monday. Probably the last really warm day will be Monday before we start to get some marine influence on the day Tuesday. We're just not quite sure yet how much we're going to cool down on the day Tuesday. Also, and as well, this feature could bring some convection, especially to the higher terrain. We'll check that out here in a moment. But I wanted to show you guys this. We're going to go from pretty chilly as this trough moves through. This is Thursday, and we go into Friday, we start to warm back up. Saturday, again, Sunday, like we talked about, Monday. But now watch as we go on through later next week as that trough settles over the area. Are we going to go well below normal again as this trough settles over the area into early July? We'll have to wait and see there because that trough has to set up pretty perfectly to bring us such chilly temperatures. So we'll watch that as we go the next few days. This is the GFS for Seattle calling for 2 90-degree days, Sunday and Monday into the low 90s. Very hot for the area. And then the cool down starts to come on Tuesday. How much will we cool down? Sometimes these marine pushes can drop the temperature 15 to 20 degrees from the previous day's high, and you wake up to really chilly temperature and some marine air into your areas here, especially west of the Cascades. This is for the European. I think it's underdoing the temperature Saturday and Sunday a bit, although it does highlight that potential for a 90-degree day on Monday before a marine push starts on Tuesday, and then some very cool temperatures on through the extended if that trough settles over the area as the European has been showing. But I think we're probably going to get towards 80 on Saturday and probably into the mid and even upper 80s on Sunday across Pacific Northwest. But you can see today and tomorrow fairly chilly, well below average. Friday getting up closer to average for Seattle. Portland, European showing 3 days potentially flirting with 90 degrees, and then you can see the troughing really cooling the area down in the extended here. And this I just wanted to highlight. This is the GFS. The control run showed a little bit of precipitation today and then really just kind of cuts off the precipitation all the way through July. That's just kind of how it goes here in the Pacific Northwest. We are a very dry area, especially west of the Cascades, as you go through the summer months here. Even the highest member of the ensembles is only showing, the mean is only showing 0.4 of an inch to the end of July. And the control just has what we have today and then basically nothing through July. Although you see some of these individual ensemble runs do show more than an inch, but that's very, there's only 1 or 2 runs out of 30 that are showing that. But that's just kind of a trademark signature of summers in the Pacific Northwest. Our precipitation just kind of comes to a screeching halt here through July and August before it starts to pick up again in September and October. Now, this is the trough we're going through now. This is showing 500 millibar heights. I just wanted to kind of show you the transition we're going through here. Some very chilly air aloft is eventually going to turn into some very warm air aloft as we go through Sunday and Monday. So be prepared for that heat wave that we've been talking about here for the last few days. This is just showing a cross section here. This is a nerd alert chart here. This is just showing Seattle. This would be the Olympic Mountains tier. Cascades, Seattle would be here. Leavenworth would be here. Spokane would be somewhere out here. And you can see these offshore winds flowing up over the Cascades and down into the Puget Sound area, and then up over the Olympic Mountains and even back down on the other side there. So it can warm up the coastline because of these offshore winds as they compress and warm as they move down these slopes. So I just wanted to show you guys this cross section there. Now this is looking out into Monday. This is the European showing some convective available potential energy around the region, even down to the Puget Sound. And sometimes we do get these convective features as we end a heat wave. And you know, it happened a couple years ago on that really hot August day, I think it was. We got up towards 98 degrees and we ended it with some nice lightning near the Olympic Mountains. And that is a potential here as we go through early on into next week. The GFS also showing some of that convective available potential energy on into Monday night. And you can kind of see that feature here on the GFS as we move through the day Tuesday. You can kind of see that precipitation fire up over the Puget Sound a little bit there, and maybe then over some of the higher terrain of British Columbia or even southern British Columbia. And this can bring lightning strikes with it. So we'll have to watch this closely. As you can kind of see this upper level low spinning over the area here. It's going to cool us down quite a bit too as we go through mid next week as well. So that's something we'll be keeping tabs on here as we go through the period. But again, we're going to go through today and tomorrow below average temperatures before we get towards normal Friday. And then we really start to warm up Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And then there's some model disagreement on just how this trough is going to settle over the area. And are we going to cool down again as we go on in through next week? That's yet to be seen, but we'll continue to watch that. So again, watch out down through California. Quite a bit of lightning, which is fairly unusual for the area down there. So I know a lot of people traveling down there. So heads up for that. And yeah, so we'll do this again tomorrow. And we'll continue to watch these high temperatures. There is potential for a 90-degree day through Seattle and maybe even a couple 90-degree days if things line up just correctly, and even higher chances for Portland down there. And again, a lot of portions west of the Cascades are probably going to be warmer than portions east of the Cascades for at least a day or two, probably Sunday, Monday, as that thermal trough heating really takes effect on western portions all the way up through Vancouver Island. And you saw that heat really going all the way up through southeast Alaska. So anyway, hope you guys enjoy these next couple of days. They're going to be pretty chilly, but then we're going to warm up quickly into the weekend. So summer is going to come in with a bang here as we go towards the weekend and into early next week. So click like, click subscribe if you haven't already. It helps the channel out. If we get to 10,000 subscribers, I'll be able to link my merchandise to the YouTube channel, and I'll be able to sell directly from there versus having a website where you have to go to. And the website's been doing pretty well, but it's a little bit clunky, and it would probably do a lot better if I had it directly linked to the YouTube channel here. So please click subscribe and help support the channel if you haven't already, and I'll talk to you guys tonight. I plan on doing a live stream tonight as well. I almost forgot about that. And we'll go ahead and take a look at what the models this afternoon show, and we'll go into some really nitty-gritty details, and I'll answer some questions, whatever you guys want to ask about these heat waves coming up, or marine pushes, or these convective features that move up through the Pacific Northwest at the end of our heat wave. So have your questions ready, and we'll probably do a live stream tonight. I'll make sure to broadcast that on Twitter and Facebook as well. So I'll talk to you guys tonight.